Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to the Emirates Stadium in London. Arsenal host Manchester United in the Westie TV Charity Cup. And well, what a big story this could be tonight. Arsenal need a win, United need a win. 0-0 onto the first leg in Old Trafford, and well, this could be, well, a big decision in their Charity Cup hopes. The Azzy Lions of the FBC5 await them in the quarterfinals. So then, let's see how this plays out here tonight. Well then, Arsenal, what have you got for us tonight? Well, it's unchanged for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. Odegaard once again takes the captain's armband with David Raya in goal. Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba and Timber the back four. Rice, Zubimendi and Odegaard in the midfield. Trossard, Saka and Victor Gyökeres makes a home Westie TV Charity Cup debut. Well, Arsenal finally in their new home kits, which I must say absolutely stunning. They always do a very good job at us with Arsenal, and probably one of the nicer away kits, or third kits of the season, sorry, from Manchester United, celebrating their heritage with Adidas as well. Their tremendous black kit and gold and blue. Ruben Amorim then, Bruno Fernandes takes the captain's armband. It's the same lineup that played Arsenal at Old Trafford. Corsby, Dalot, De Ligt, Yoro and Mazraoui. Mainu, Fernandes and West in the midfield. Cunha, Sesko and Mbumo up front. And well, we're still waiting on that front three to properly gel and work together. But it is an attacking front three which will be extremely exciting to watch. Of course, Manchester United needed some silverware under Ruben Amorim. But Arsenal kick us off and get us underway here in London. Another rainy night in the Charity Cup. Played in and De Ligt goes away. Declan Rice! Oh! He had a go. He certainly had a go. And well, Ruben Amorim, first time at the Emirates since Sporting played the Arsenal in the Europa League a couple of seasons ago. And knocked them out of the Europa League too, I believe, for that matter. Here's Sesko. Played forward for Matheus Cunha. Inside the box. Now Cunha! Almost there. And David Raya with an excellent save. Here's Trossard down the left for Arsenal. Cut out by Noussair Mazraoui. Bryan Mbumo knocked out by Calafiori for a throw-in. Well, 0-0 after the first leg. You can see at the top left there, it's been a pretty cagey affair so far, but enjoyment, I think, nonetheless, from fans if you're neutral as well. West, brilliant ball into Bryan Mbumo. Bryan Mbumo! And, well, it slipped under David Raya's glove, but it was just enough to make the save. Here's Bryan Mbumo again. United look hungry. Hungry for goals. And Sesko almost nabbing it off for Gabriel there at the back. Here's Gyökeres. Rice, Gyökeres again. Rice is there once more. Mazraoui. Bryan Mbumo. Bryan Mbumo. Bruno Fernandes. Whipped in. Gabriel cleared away. Here's Diogo Dalot. Knocked down for Fernandes. Cannoned over. And oh, Bit of a deflection and, well, I think Ruben Amorim might like what he's seeing at the minute from his United side. Corner for Manchester United. Mbeumo. Cut out. Odegaard gets there. Gabriel. Well, Manchester United come close twice. Arsenal not yet at the other side of the pitch. Here's Cunha. Lovely steal. Arsenal in trouble. Nigerian Timber. There just about. Well, ready, yes. Thank you very much for making a cameo appearance. Like Daniel Baker in leg one of the Liverpool-Man City game. Here's Gyökeres. Diogo Dalot playing it forward for Nusem Mazraoui. Cleared by Brian Mbeumo. Trossard's there. Calafiori out to Zubimendi. Rice. Zubimendi again. United a little bit all over the place. Here's Gyökeres almost there. Corsby coming out to collect nicely. Remember, if it stays like this, it will be extra time and then penalties. Of course, it will be a magical thing if it did go to penalties. Remember the last time that Arsenal and Manchester United played a knockout fixture was the FA Cup last season. And I believe it was a Bruno Fernandes goal. And I think it was Zirkzee that saw the winning penalty for them. Top of my head, I will have to double check that at half time. Here's Matheus Cunha. Taking it as far left as he can. Whipped into by Cunha. Calafiori heads it high. Not on the back of someone this time. Gyökeres playing it round the Manchester United midfield with Trossard. Zubimendi now on the ball. Mbeumo now on the ball now for Manchester United. Last attack of the first half. Mbeumo. West. Here's Nusem Mazraoui. Fernandes! Hits the crossbar. Almost there for Manchester United. Right at the end. We had a frame skip, but it hit the crossbar and bounced down. But Bruno Fernandes coming closest at the end of the first half for Manchester United. Momentum in Manchester. Arsenal under pressure in North London. Half time, 0-0 at the break. Well then, Manchester United kick us off for 45 minutes before it goes to another 30 if it stays as is. Here he is now, Mbeumo. Fernandes, laid off for Brian Mbeumo. Bruno Fernandes, wide again. The spark's there for Manchester United, and you can see Amorim is, well, unfortunate for Manchester United. Well, if you're wondering about when the last... I promised I would say I would check. But it was 5-3 on penalties in the FA Cup third round last season. And it was Joshua Zirkzee with the winning penalty. 5-3 on penalties against Arsenal here at the Emirates. Here's Gyökeres. Gyökeres! Almost. Almost. A lot of talk about Arsenal this season, about when will it be when they start winning a trophy with this team in North London. Now their rivals Tottenham have now won the Europa League. Is it time for Arsenal maybe to win something too? Here's Bruno Fernandes. Kobbie Mainoo. Matthijs de Ligt. Yoro. West. Mazraoui. Fernandes playing it forward looking for Cunha, but not quite there enough. This United front three are interesting. They've not really had the opportunities they've really been hoping for under this new system by Amorim, but it's worked defensively very well. Trossard. Played in. Mazraoui knocks it behind for a throw-in. Substitutions then for Manchester United. Mason Mount coming on for Kobbie Mainoo. And I think that'll be disappointing for Kobbie. Substituted again. But Mount is an attacking midfielder. He was against Chelsea. He knows a few bits about his games against Arsenal. Now let's get riled up. Mazraoui. Bryan Mbeumo. Fernandes. West with the ball forward, and Cunha, I think, elects not to run for that one. To beat David Raya to it. Zubimendi. Saliba to Rice. Gyökeres. Cut out by Mazraoui. Bryan Mbeumo. Sesko. Mbeumo again. Holding off Calafiori. That will, referee holds it, and it will be a free kick for Manchester United. As Ricardo Calafiori with a yellow card, a dangerous challenge on Mbeumo. Right in the back, and oh. Yeah, I agree with the referee on that one. Casemiro coming on for Lena Yoro. And well, Yoro's done well there to do what he needs to do. Well, Manchester United now with the free kick. Bruno Fernandes trying one! Oh, it's in! Nobody expected that! Bruno Fernandes with an exquisite free kick to score. Nobody expected it. What a free kick by Bruno Fernandes. Raya couldn't keep it out. And Manchester United lead on. And I can't speak. What a free kick. Manchester United lead at the Emirates for an exquisite free kick by Bruno Fernandes. And now Arsenal have it all to do. Well, Saka battling with Cunha. Cunha wins out. A cheer from the away end here in the Emirates. And now they feel very, very obliged to attack United. Wow. Fernandes. There's a new hunger about the Red Devils. Bryan Mbeumo. Mbeumo still going, and Saliba cuts it out. And now Arsenal will be on the attack again. Here's Martin Odegaard. Arsenal's top scorer and the top scorer in this competition. Gyökeres. Gyökeres in for Arsenal. Causeby with an excellent stop. Well, Gyökeres had all the time in the world, but Martinelli coming on for Trossard. He scored a couple in this competition so far this year. And Manuel Ugarte comes on for Elliot West as well. Rice. And Mbeumo hacks it away. And it falls to Jurrien Timber. Martinelli, Rice again. Odegaard. And Arsenal could be going out here. It's another group winner that could be going out in this competition. Here's Matheus Cunha. Mason Mount. Bruno Fernandes. Sesko. Played right to the left to Cunha. Looking for Mbeumo again. Headed clear. 3 minutes added time at the Emirates. Well, what do you reckon, Arsenal fans? Unfortunate to not palm it away properly, David Raya. But Manchester United are through to the quarter-finals of the Charity Cup. With a brilliant, brilliant Bruno Fernandes free kick. A bit of inspiration from the Portuguese number 8. The captain's goal from Bruno Fernandes will send them through to the quarter-finals. The Aussie Lions of the FBC5 await. But Bruno Fernandes with an incredible goal. And probably on top of the goals of the tournament too. But here at full time at the Emirates, Arsenal 0, Manchester United 1. See you in the quarter-finals.